Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday to you. Welcome to Stitchfield, of course. So we are living in perilous times. As I told you yesterday, liberals are out for blood, conservative blood, that is. And look at this. Twitter has blocked the president's account, declaring it permanently suspended. It bans General Michael Flynn and Sidney Powell in what Twitter calls a QAnon purge. But what we really know is this is a purge of all conservatives. That's what they really want here. Also tonight, congressional Democrats are trying to impeach President Trump again, and they've drafted the articles to be presented in the House next week, accusing him of, quote, inciting an insurrection, even with only a few days left in his term. Why bother, you may ask? Well, it's all part of a diabolical plot. Tonight, we're talking with Republican Congressman Darrell Issa of California about the Democrats' plan to forever remove the president from our national politics. Newly emboldened Democrats and their co-conspirators in the liberal media and social media are also going after everyday folks like you and me, canceling us all, firing us, banning us, silencing us, and otherwise trying to eliminate us, except, of course, when they come to collect our taxes. So this evening, we begin with Congress. It's gone off the rails. It is a sad and even dangerous sign of what's to come. Nancy Pelosi wants to impeach President Trump again. This, as he has 12 days left in office. Not only is the impeachment baseless, but it is a waste of time, except for one key reason. A conviction would bar President Trump from running again in 2024. What better way to stop a political foe than weaponize Congress against him? So as we pay members of Congress $174,000 a year, they are going to spend their days impeaching a man who will be gone in just 12 days. This is the Assistant Speaker of the House, Congresswoman Katherine Clark.
Donald Trump needs to be removed from office, and we are going to proceed with every tool that we have to make sure that that happens to protect our democracy.
They aren't protecting anything. For the left, it's all about vengeance. As we said, Twitter permanently suspends the president's account and bans people like General Flynn and Sidney Powell. The vengeance goes beyond those close to the president, too. Here is the real warning I want all of you to hear. The vengeance will soon be directed at all of you. You will be canceled too. I worry about Newsmax as a lone voice of reason. How long will it be before they come for us as well? I've seen my Twitter followers drop by almost 3,000 overnight. Other conservatives tell the same story. Stinchfield's army will become targets simply because all of us believe in freedom, liberty, and the right to prosper without government intrusion. Fundamental values despised by the radical left, and they want us purged.
We saw who the president's ride or die base is, Peter. It was a bunch of people wearing Nazi t-shirts, homemade fur pelts, and horns.
Look at what they do. They're trying to ruin you, all of us. The racist moniker again. It cuts like a knife, and they know it. The blind liberal zombie followers believe it all. And the radicals now have unchecked power. Forget about rogue leftist federal agents, the media, and members of Congress who pull the strings. They have another army, too, that we're up against. Employers that will find a reason to fire you for your beliefs. Zoning and planning board members that will find a reason to deny that permit you need. Publishers who will cancel your book deal. That's what happened to Senator Josh Hawley. He called it Orwellian, insisting only, quote, approved speech is apparently okay to be published now, all because Josh Hawley, the senator, carried out his constitutional duties as he saw fit. Yet this is what we get from the vindictive left-wing media.
Senator Hawley of Missouri deserves a moment of pause. The Kansas City Star, his home state paper, said today that he has blood on his hands for the insurrection attempt that we saw today.
It's Cuomo that needs the pause. Again, an insurrection is a dramatic description of a security breach, but it is not a legitimate one. And Josh Hawley, one of the few senators leading the charge legally, does not have any responsibility for what happened there. But the left labels him as a co-conspirator so they can cleanse him too. The socialist queen Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is demanding he and Senator Cruz resign as if she gets some kind of a say in all this. But all of it feeds the anger against conservatives, the hatred, and ultimately, this is what they want, the punishment, like having a book deal canceled or losing your job or your Twitter followers or being sued. Those on the left now feel empowered and even emboldened. You see, the warpath is what they are cutting, and again, it will lead straight to all of us. Yes, folks, we are strong and determined, and now is the time to let your voices be heard. I will use mine to ask Joe Biden, the man who is calling for unity, are you really okay with all of this? Free speech is gone. And it's no coincidence this happened the day after the president declared the transition can proceed now.
Well, I've never seen anything like it. You might want to record some of these recordings, some of these shows, because who knows how long they will still be available. Okay, so long.